Victor, do the honors.
I found you, the international Irish Italiano supervillain, Espresso McCarthy. How'd you get in here?
Yeah. See?
How'd you get in here? Get out. Get out.
Yeah, some scallywag named Snowman let me in. See?
I am that scallywag that let him in. How you doing, buddy?
How
are you, Mr. McCarthy?
Doing pretty good for Memorial Day. Just came from the gym, got myself a cold brew coffee from my local coffee shop. So I'm ready to roll.
All right, where do we start?
Let's start with the shout out to the United States men's ice hockey team who won their first ever championship.
Wow.
1933 yesterday with a 1-0 overtime win over Switzerland in the gold medal game.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Tage Thompson with the game-winning goal just a handful of minutes in to overtime, and they secured it. And gotta say, I'm proud of those guys. I kept an eye on them during the tournament. Actually, was shut out in group play against Switzerland, who they played for the gold medal game, 3-0 in group stage. But then they rolled through Czechia, they rolled through Sweden, and they had a tight. I had a feeling it was gonna be a tight game in the gold medal game against Switzerland, and it turned out to be true. So shout out to those guys, all those guys. Tage Thompson, you'll never have to worry about buying a drink ever again. And, especially in the United States, but not so much in Switzerland. So
no, not so much in Switzerland. So congrats to the U.S. with their 1-0 overtime win.
USA.
All right.
And on Memorial Day weekend of all weekends.
On Memorial Day weekend.
Great timing.
Okay. We're going to have some fun here.
Oh, boy.
Do you have your receipt book?
What?
Do you have your receipt book?
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about?
Your receipt book.
The green one you keep during football season.
Oh, boy. What's going on?
Because I think it's time we go through the New York Jets season.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay.
That one. That receipt book. Let me explain that one. 2 years ago, I made a prediction about the Jets, and there was steam coming out of McCarthy's ears.
Oh, yeah.
And he reached down and pulled out a notebook, and he said, "You know what? I'm keeping this for every time that you're wrong."
He was steaming like an espresso.
Oh, yeah. Look,
man.
and I love espressos too. Okay, here we go.
All right.
We begin with, we're going to make our predictions here too. We're going to have some fun. We begin with week 1. Mm-hmm. They host the team that stuck two $25 roll of quarters up their own ass in the Pittsburgh Steelers. And yes, you and Dustin are allowed to use that line on No Credentials Required.
We're trying to keep things radio friendly around here, Steve.
We're doing this. Hey, we're trying to do the same. We're trying to do the same. So, because a couple stations have come calling. But
here's a question.
Yes.
What happens if A-Rod ends up on Pittsburgh?
Don't you ever say that aloud
and takes on the Steelers.
Oh boy.
Takes on the Jets.
The look on his face gives you your answer.
It's a literal circus.
Every team just started OTAs. Like, what are you doing, man? I mean, come on, make up crap or get off the pot.
Right. That's the funniest part about the No Credentials Required ad is when Ryan says the Albany Empire is a literal
circus, and you see Albany Firebirds football, baby, not the Empire.
Yes, the 9-0 Albany
9-0 Albany Firebirds.
Oh, they're 9-0.
Yeah, okay. Oh, they've been steamrolling people.
Oh yeah,
they have been. Look, they don't care if half of your players don't get paid. They don't care if all of your players get paid. They want to play football and they want to run you over.
They'll beat you with your backups. That's what happened in the 100-12 game against Corpus Christi a few weeks ago. They put it
first time in an arena game.
First time in an arena game.
I saw.
I'm sorry. What was that score again?
100 to 12.
Who turned the sliders all the way up?
Right?
They did.
The Firebirds did.
They did. At old Knickerbocker Arena. They did.
Bruh.
Yep.
That's
what happens when you don't pay your It's what happens when you don't pay your best players.
Right.
That's true. All right.
It's a mutiny.
So week one who
they
y'all
get
got?
Pittsburgh.
Week 1. Jets win 84-0.
Now
I kid.
I'm
just kidding. More realistic score, probably like 24-10.
Yeah.
Now Ryan's been with us a while when he makes up these wild scores like we do for our teams. Okay?
And I absolutely can see the Jets beating the crap out of the Steelers.
I can see that also. This is the first
crap the bed in offseason and in the draft.
This will be the first losing season for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it'll be Mike Tomlin's swan song.
It'll be Mike Tomlin's last season for sure.
I'm not saying. I'm just and for my dear friend Lisa Mars, this is for you. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
In the words of Paul Heyman, this is not a prediction. This is a spoiler.
Yes. It is.
Oh my God.
Week 2, MetLife Stadium sees the New York Jets host Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
This will be a close one. Last year, I think the Jets still have last year's game on Monday night stuck in their minds.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Wise El Jefe.
Yes,
but I think the Jets will take that one. It'll be a close game. I think it'll be a 20-16 type of game.
Mm-hmm.
I won't give my prediction, but I think it'll be a high scoring game.
Yeah,
I want to say something like 27-24.
Okay.
I nearly leaned 30, but then I thought, no, I better not, because the Jets have a way of spooking the Buffalo Bills.
I'm going there. I'm going 35-31.
That was my original prediction.
Okay.
That was my original prediction, and as I said, the Jets have a way of spooking the daylights out of the Buffalo Bills
because I think
at
the
MetLife
Jets,
Stadium.
I think the Jets are looking for an offensive surge, and Josh Allen is Josh Allen. So I'm thinking this is going to be a very close, very high scoring game. You might see an air show.
You might see 700 yards of offense.
Let's put it this way. I think the Jets are built for the run this year. I think they're going to utilize. They've got two running backs. They have two very good running backs to use, and Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. And this offense is going to utilize Justin Fields' legs.
Use them, please. Yeah. Use them.
Mm-hmm.
Use them. Week 3, they go to Florida and face Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ryan, your thoughts?
This is probably going to be a loss here. Tampa Bay. Look, we could joke about Tampa Bay. We could joke about Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play well. They haven't played well in Tampa Bay in a while. I think the last win they had in Tampa Bay was in the early 90s or 2000s when Herm Edwards was running the team, and they actually wound up getting a shocker win out of that one. So, but there'll be another. I think this Jets team. Look, I've been watching my fellow Jets creators, content creators, Jake Asman, Boy Green. I think Boy Green.
I love Jake. I love Jake
Asman,
man.
Yeah, Jake's great.
I am a subscriber to his channel, and I'm also a member of his channel.
Yeah.
I'm tuned in to Jake Asman.
But I guess Boy Green had a former either an NFL executive or a former Jets executive on his show. And he was saying last year they were so confident. The Jets were so confident. Robert Saleh was so confident in the offense last year that he didn't build the defense to basically keep your foot in the gas pedal. Right. All gas, no brake.
Right.
They basically built the defense to protect the lead, which is why their run defense was so awful last year.
God awful. It was.
And I'm hoping Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilkes, who's their defensive coordinator this year, they can build a defense that will not just protect the lead, but also just keep punching you in the face while you're down.
Yeah. And Steve Wilkes, former DC for the 49ers, gets a full season with this defense.
And let's not forget, Igbuka is going to be trying to tear the house down on season 1.
Let's go to week 4. McCarthy versus Pizzle. Is it Joe Robbie Stadium? And I do not call it Hard Rock Stadium.
Monday night.
Monday night. It's a 7:15 kickoff. the Jets visit the Miami Dolphins, and I can't say Hard Rock Stadium. They visit them at Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami.
I hate saying this.
Yes.
Dolphins probably win that one. Only because it's 2 straight trips to Florida.
Right.
I know it's on a Monday night, but it's still
Mhm.
Florida weather.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
playing 2 straight weeks in Florida weather, it takes a toll on you. Just ask
Day
anyone
or-
in the SEC.
Day or night.
Mhm.
Day or night. Yeah.
I've seen my share of games in the SEC.
And by the way, this is only one of 2 primetime games the Jets have to play this year. So you're welcome, America. You don't have to see the Jets. You want to see the Jets 6 times in prime time like you did the last couple of years.
Speaking of prime time, week 5, we go back home to MetLife Stadium.
Mhm.
And
Here we go.
I want to hear Ryan and Victor call this
Here
game.
we go.
Ryan, if you're available, I want you and Victor to
Here
team
we
up to
go.
call this game.
Oh man,
And I'm gonna lay back and play and play. Well, wait, I don't think I can play.
You
producers.
cannot.
I have a little business of my own.
Yes.
Cowboys and Jets from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And I want to get thoughts from both.
This gonna hurt. This
Cowboys
gonna
in trouble.
hurt.
Cowboys are in trouble.
This gonna hurt.
I believe it.
Cowboys are in deep trouble.
The thing is that this is going to be the ultimate test of whether or not this new acquisition known as George Pickens is going to actually do something for us.
You got Sauce Gardner on him? Are you kidding me?
Right.
He's been throwing fits all game.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what worries me. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, I'm not worried about because he's going to do CeeDee Lamb things.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Kevontae Turpin to really spice up things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even Jalen Tolbert, but
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, who's going to protect Dak Prescott when you got Jermaine Johnson on one side of the ball and you got Will McDonald on the other side of the ball playing edge rusher? And you got Quincy Williams in the middle.
Yeah, this is where we're going to see what happens with that line that they supposedly picked up because they had a couple of linemen, including the first-round pick. So we'll see if those guys can get plugged in early and really protect the corners.
Do a little house cleaning here as we're near the top of the hour. Thanks to everyone that is tuning us in. Please make sure if you're watching on YouTube to like, share, and subscribe, and share this with everybody. Because I'm loving the engagement right now with everybody in the Fanatics feedback zone. We go to week 6, and it's an early wake-up call because they go to London.
Them horses.
And they play the Denver Broncos.
Them horses.
In London. Now, I hate early kickoffs, and I got to see 2 of them.
Now, where is this? Where is this?
This is that Tottenham Hotspur in
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Oh, okay, Tottenham. Okay. So it's not at Wembley.
Well, soon. Well, if Woody Johnson had his way, this would be the Jets' permanent residence.
Yes, yes, it would. Yes, it would. Oh,
this,
and you know who else?
This will definitely be a wake up. What's up? Go ahead.
You know who else I'm looking forward to seeing their content this year? The New York Jokes.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
Y'all, if y'all haven't seen the New York Jokes react to Jets games, I suggest you check them out. And that's all I'll say.
So what do you think about this one, Mr. McCarthy?
This will be Denver's got a tougher schedule this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see how they'll do in year 2 of Bo Nix and Sean Payton. They got Vance Joseph's a very good defensive coordinator. Very good. I'm kind of surprised they let him back in Denver after his head coaching stint.
Mm-hmm.
This will be one of those. This is going to be a heavyweight fight. I think.
Yeah.
This is not going to be 10-9 like last year in MetLife Stadium. This will be a little bit more high scoring, but hopefully the Jets' fortunes turn around in London because they haven't been doing too well the last 2 times they've been in London.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they went back.
Right.
It might turn out to be something like 34-28 or 34-31.
Something like that.
It could,
I can see the Jets getting a W in this one.
And I can see Brees getting 2 bills in this game on the ground.
I can see the Jets offense getting 2 bills running period between Allen, Hall, and Fields.
That's what I'm looking for. All right, week 7, they're back home, and they face
the Carolina Panthers.
You know what? Last year, last
You
year in
might
our
as well call
program,
this an off.
last year in our program,
Oh.
we couldn't. The Panthers became a punching bag at one point during the season because they were so awful.
Mhm.
But as the year went on,
They figured it out.
Carolina's starting to figure it out, and I will be very surprised if Carolina. I won't be shocked if they win the division next year. Let's put it that way.
They could come back, especially with some of the things they picked up and some people that picked up from the draft.
True.
I'm actually looking to see if
Bryce Young's got some targets now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a running game to help him out with Chuba Hubbard.
Yep.
Yes.
Chuba Hubbard, excuse me. But this is going to be a tough match for the Jets. I think this will be at home. I know it's a 1:00 game, and it'll be right after a London game. So
this will not be an anarchy game.
It's not going to be an anarchy. It's not going to be an anarchy game. That's for sure.
You say that now.
I say that now on May 26th.
You know what, Ryan? I need to send you that
now.
I know. I say that now.
And then we do the picks. It's like
we're not into the season. Ryan, I need to send you that Total Anarchy games soundbite that we created here because I have a feeling I'll send it to every football content creator that's interested. Because as you know, when the schedule comes out, it seems positive for your team, but then as the season goes on, just ask the Chicago Bears among other teams, you get some dog games in there.
Yeah, it's this. The Jets have this. I think the 7th easiest schedule this year in terms of winning percentage from last year, but that's 2024. This is 2025. Right. So you can't count schedules for the schedules for last year.
Right.
For this season. I mean, look, your 49ers, no man, they got the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. But you're saying I'm not gonna give them a 14-3 record right now because it's too early to tell.
It's way too early, and we have to see the Rams twice. We got to see the Los Angeles. Look, every team in our division either split or swept us. All right. Can't and won't take that chance. Week 8, they go to Paul Brown Stadium and face the Cincinnati Bengals.
So this is gonna be the highest scoring game of the season for the Jets.
Yeah,
between both teams because Cincinnati's defense is their offense. Let's face it. And with Trey Hendrickson's situation hanging up in the air now and how they were last year, getting off to that slow start, especially defensively, this is going to be a very high scoring game, I think.
So you'll be tuning into WKRP?
58-51 kind of game.
For the turkey trot, yes.
Yes.
I didn't know turkeys couldn't fly.
Jody and I were talking about that a couple mornings ago, and we're just sitting there laughing. Then
that made me question where I actually live. Wait a minute.
Then I found the clip, and we both said, "You know what? We're done."
That was the show that made me question where I actually live because the way the show was made, I'm like, "Do I live in Cincinnati?" Hold on. Next up, you get a bye.
If I ever do a Bengals game, I'm gonna wear that shirt during the game.
That'd be nice.
My wife got me. She got me the turkey drop shirt with the most famous quote of all from that series. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. She got me that shirt. All right.
Shout out to some of the cred heads in the chat.
Yes.
Streaming to my YouTube channel and my Twitter channel. Got a couple of cred heads showing up in the chat. Shout out to you.
D's Ray of Sunshine. We're out on the water. Time to BS podcast with this as well. Says anarchy. I bet you one of these times we have McCarthy on. Someone's going to jump in this chat and yell sports ball.
Oh, for sure.
I see it coming.
All right.
I see it coming because I do it to them every time I join them. I do it to them. So they get a bye week in week 9 and then
week 10.
What do we favor in the bye week?
And then week 10 happens.
You take on the
wait.
Browns.
Just a minute. Gotta set this up right.
Mhm.
And there it is.
There it is.
And there it is.
Thank you, D.
And there it is. Sports ball.
Oh,
Then in week 10, we
Cleveland
don't
Browns.
know who in the world is going to be their quarterback.
And
Oh my
possibly
gosh.
this might be Shedeur Sanders' opening game.
oh, against that defense. Oh man.
If Shedeur starts week 10 against the Jets, Shedeur gets sacked 10 times in the first half.
Oh,
Because
That offensive line is
Jets
porous.
defense.
that
You're
offensive
talking about
line
a
is
Jets defense.
porous, and that's Jets defense is they'll get at you.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I got the Jets winning easy in that game
Yeah.
because there's no
Your
way.
mouth to God's ears, because we know after a bye week the Jets have been terrible
God
the last
awful.
couple seasons. But this is
You
a
know,
new regime. This is a new regime.
It is.
It's the new regime.
It is. It's about time y'all got a new regime. Needed
Oh
one.
No
Needed
Madden
one
allowed.
for years.
And I'm praying Woody Johnson stays out of the business.
Of the business operations.
Between
yes.
Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji,
Mhm.
they're both going to tell him to go stick it when he tries to stick his head in during the meetings. It's like no
Madden allowed.
Nope, get out.
No Madden recommendations allowed.
No brick. You can't come in.
No, you can't. And his name's Brick.
And then week 11
Brick
on Prime.
Wait, just a moment. His name's Brick. God bless him. His name's Brick.
Yes.
Poor kid.
Week 11 happens.
It's on Prime. This is a
Gillette
Prime game.
Stadium. It's on Prime, which means I could have a few people tapping my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
They visit Gillette Stadium and the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know this is early. But to both teams,
you're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
And this was the game, folks. There's no
and
hell no.
You know what?
Last year when we had Deb on as our guest picker, and Shane read that particular game. He hadn't even gotten to the spread yet.
Nope.
He hadn't even gotten to the numbers. And thank you to the folks at betus.com for helping us out, and parlay and at Warner Parlay for our game props as well. He hadn't even gotten to the numbers. Okay. He hadn't even gotten to the numbers. And I'm screaming, whoa, hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. He hadn't even got, and I'm screaming that. Then my wife heard me scream that and couldn't stop laughing.
Right. He said, I'll eat this mulligan with cheese on it.
With cheese on it. And I did, because that afternoon I fried up a couple burgers with cheese on it and ate that mulligan. Then my wife comes home with dinner and I ate the mulligan again.
But what you got on this one, Miss McCarthy? What you got on this one?
Whew. First year of the Glenn regime, first year of the what's his face regime?
Vrabel
regime. I mean, considering the last time these two faced each other on a Thursday night, the Jets walked away with that one.
Yeah,
and it was only 24-3, and they could have beaten them by.
They could have beaten them
a lot more if there weren't a lot of if there were so many drops.
They could have hung 56 on them easy.
They could have.
But
they didn't.
56 on them
because their offensive coordinator was Nathaniel
Hackett. Mr. Bronco.
And he's no longer there. So goodbye. We saged the room of him.
You walked around with Sage.
I walked around with Sage. I'm like, get out of here.
Yes.
Shouldn't the father be doing that?
They pulled a Travis Scott at Elimination Chamber.
Oh, wait, shouldn't the father be doing that? Shouldn't Father O'Shaughnessy be doing that? Sage and everything?
No.
He did that. He did that, and Vrabel showed up.
He got the father got rid of the 38-day-old Mayo. A joke.
Poor Gerard Mayo, man. There's a placeholder for 1 year.
Mhm.
There's a placeholder for 1 year, and Robert Kraft said, "Oh, Mike Ribble's a free agent. Okay, sorry, Gerard.
You know what?
We love you, but we don't love you."
That's a joke I love. That's a joke I'll love forever. 38-day-old Mayo.
You know what all New England fans are currently saying about this game, right?
Beautiful.
Are they saying it to me, or are they saying it to the Jets or New York in general?
Just because of the game in general.
I think they're saying it because you beat me to it. You beat me to it. I think they're saying that because of the game in general.
Week 12, y'all. Week 12. This one gonna hurt.
God.
That's what's gonna hurt.
Derrick Henry gets 600
at Baltimore. The Baltimore Ravens.
He won't get 600, but he'll get at least 100.
He'll get 350.
He'll get three. He'll get.
Well, actually, he might get 250 because I'm gonna put some respect on the Jets defense. I'm gonna put some respect on the Jets defense.
In this game, I'm not because it's Derrick.
This one's gonna hurt. I think.
It's definitely gonna hurt.
I've already put in the one.
You guys are gonna get wrecking balled.
Wait a minute, Mr. McCarthy. Are you saying that in that particular game? Hell, we all did. What am I talking about? You gave your team one of these?
I know I would.
And as we all love to say about our teams, we're homers, but we ain't stupid.
Right.
No, I'm not stupid. Although, I mean, if all things go consider, and then look at this. Last couple of seasons, Baltimore started off slow.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, last season they started off a little slow. Then they started to gain momentum as the year went on.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be another one of those seasons for Baltimore.
Yeah, but I think it is too.
This might be the closing window for Lamar Jackson. I think because
you read my mind. You absolutely read my mind. Why don't Baltimore Ravens have a championship in this era? Because yes, Lamar, it is you. It's always been you. It always will be you forever and ever. Amen.
Forever, ever. Amen.
Look, poor Lamar Jackson. He's a lot more humble than Yo Kang.
I mean, yes, he is.
But Lamar Jackson has not been able to produce.
No,
as a matter of fact, I'll go one step further. And I've had people come after me throwing his stats at me, he meaning Lamar Jackson. I'll go one step further and I'll echo the following sentence aloud. And I dare to echo this aloud. Lamar Jackson's regressed.
Well, the thing is that he has the talent. I mean, he can run the football, he can throw the football. But the thing is that you brought in Derrick Henry for a reason, and yet you continuously
didn't use him, especially in the divisional playoff. They did not use him enough.
They did not use Derrick Henry in the divisional playoff, and it cost him.
No.
It cost him.
It did. It did. Absolutely.
It cost him. So again, why do I blame the Ravens for not having a championship? Yes, Lamar, it is you.
Or Lamar Jackson.
Because he had, and think about this, and I've said this before also. He's had 2 shots to have an easy road to an AFC championship, and he choked them both away.
He was there. He was there.
Tennessee lost to Tennessee in 2019 because of Derrick Henry.
Yep.
Derrick Henry put up 144 yards on the ground and threw a touchdown pass on what was supposedly the best defense in the AFC. And then 2 years ago, in a game that was featured here on Snowman Multimedia, he had the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes in his house. And the Chiefs did to them what the Packers did to the Bears in 2010. They took their opening drive after a punt, marched it right down the field, stuck it in the end zone, and socked him in the mouth. Nah. And until he breaks that curse right there, I do not see a championship for the Baltimore Ravens.
Nope. All right.
Nope. Because I think part of it is that the Baltimore Ravens. I love John Harbaugh.
Yep.
Great coach. They don't game plan towards The running game.
Well,
Which is supposed to help Lamar Jackson.
Wait a minute. Once upon a time, their coordinator was someone 49er fans hated for a long time. His name is Greg Roman.
Oh, God. That name.
I know. Frankly, I hope he goes to Chicago and becomes their offensive coordinator.
Oh God, why?
Wow, you really hate Chicago,
right? He wants the Bear fans to
suffer. That's your hometown.
He wants the Bear fans to suffer.
Listen,
man, apparently,
I know Chicago's my hometown. I will be proud of my hometown, except for the Chicago Bears, who after one Super Bowl win, they were trying to shove them down my throat. And then Steve Young on a Monday night game a year later kicked them in the ass.
Homerlord.exe executing.
By the way, my late mother, God bless her, used to ask me all the time. She knew the answer, but she would still do the joke with me. Why do you like the 49ers? She'd still bust my chops. Okay. Dad too, but they both knew. Why do you like the 49ers and you're from Chicago? One day she asked me that. I went right upstairs and I drew Joe Montana's number on the back of a sheet of paper. I walked back down and I handed it to her. And I said, there's your reason. I walked away just as I hear my mom laughing. Now,
week 13.
You get, oh God. Week 13. I'm saying this very sarcastically.
Mm-hmm.
There could be a quarterback dilemma there.
There could be.
For Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait, huh?
Because
no. The Jets are solid. The Jets are solid because I really believe the potential of Justin Fields is going to be turned loose.
I'll say this for Justin Fields. I said this when they signed him. I kind of had my doubts at first, but I said to myself, you know what? He's never been coached up.
Exactly.
He's never been coached up, and he's got Aaron Glenn who will hold you accountable, hold you responsible for your mistakes.
Is the biggest thing
and let you learn.
Justin Fields has needed since he left Ohio State. The biggest thing he's needed, and Aaron Glenn will do that for you.
Never had it with Matt Nagy. God help you with Matt Nagy. Never had it with Matt Eberflus. Never had it with Mike Tomlin.
Nope. He wasn't going to get it with Mike Tomlin. I don't understand why in the world that
and he was 4-2. They were 4-2 with him and as your quarterback.
Yep.
4-2. Again, one bad game, you take him out and you put in Russell Wilson.
Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited bottle of meh.
But yeah, you deal with either Michael Penix or Kirk.
Two Chains
Cousins. Is he still there, or was he released?
I think he's
still there.
I think he's still there because they paid him a lot of money.
Unless they said he eat that contract. They guaranteed
it.
Pay him
Guaranteed it.
They pulled the most Cleveland Browns thing ever and guaranteed him a lot of money.
Their third stringer is Easton Stick, formerly of North Dakota State,
and the San Diego Chargers.
Yep,
so,
that's a win. That's a dub.
That's a dub.
That's a 50. Listen, Ryan's a CFL fan, so he'll get this score here.
Mm-hmm.
Jets 56, Atlanta 1. They score on a rouge to open the game. They score on a single to open the game with a punt in the end zone, and the Jets just say, "Okay, they scored first. We can whoop them now."
By the way, CFL season starts in 2 weeks, and I'm so
indeed.
excited. So excited. Right around the corner from the Albany Firebird season and AF1 ending, CFL season starts. I'm so excited.
Who's your team?
Montreal Alouettes, man.
Montreal Alouettes. Ryan and I did a great cut.
It feels like
one.
Yes.
By the way, the update to the Kirk Cousins things. Yes, he's still in Atlanta for now. But there's a possibility he could end up in Pittsburgh, depending on what Aaron Rodgers does.
You know what?
No.
I'm dead serious.
I do not wish that on Kirk Cousins.
I made a prediction a couple weeks ago on my show. I said in week 1, Will Howard will be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So that's now a $50 roll of quarters now.
Yeah.
Listen, I called Will Howard to be the starting quarterback of the Steelers in week 1.
I still call Mason Rudolph.
They need to hand him the keys right now.
They should.
They have Will Howard. They have a quarter. You know what? I take that back. and I'll tell you why. Mike Tomlin.
It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to go Mason Rudolph. You could guarantee
they're going to be Mike Tomlin's going to be the death of Will Howard.
Myles Garrett's going to hit him over the head with a helmet again.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
But now you get to this is a homestand actually. It's a double homestand.
Yep.
Because
then
get
week 14,
the Dolphins
and you get Quinn Ewers and the Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins will be in full rebuild mode by the time this game comes.
Oh,
they'll be in full rebuild mode in week 1. We'll talk about that.
Sorry, Pizzle. I'm being honest with you. Like,
look,
you pinned your salary cap on 4 guys, and one of them, your most important player,
can't stay healthy.
I'm so worried for Tua. I'm worried.
I'm equally as worried.
2.5 years ago. It's fine, McCarthy.
This is fine, he says, in the fire, sipping a coffee.
Yep.
This is fine.
After
at least you had the Panthers, man. At least you had the Panthers.
True.
Yes.
True.
Sorry, Blake.
And the Panthers are going to close out the Carolina Hurricanes with a shutout.
I was hoping that they at least get one game out of that, but
they're not getting one.
No, the way the Panthers have absolutely just punched them in the face repeatedly.
Yeah, it's been a
Carolina Panthers. Yes. Listen, the Carolina Panthers.
Florida Panthers?
The Florida Panthers.
Why did I say Carolina?
We're talking NFL and immediately it went to the NHL.
Just a minute. See that?
That's empty.
It's empty.
You need more.
You know what else? And you know what else is empty?
Your brain?
It's right here. The Florida Panthers. I kept saying Carolina because I'm thinking Carolina Hurricanes, and we're talking football, and Carolina Panthers shows up. The Florida Panthers are going to ring up a touchdown against the Carolina Hurricanes to close out the series.
I don't doubt it. And the Hurricanes switched out their goalies. They put in a new goalie who did pretty well for the first 2 periods in Game 3. And then all of a sudden, the Panthers showed up and absolutely just potted 5 goals in a row, unanswered goals on them.
So, in essence, they pulled a Linus Ullmark and a Tuukka Rask at the same time.
Wow.
Anyway.
You know what? I was going to save this for a little bit later, but you know what?
Goodbye. And good night. Good night.
Anytime I can get a shot in on Tuukka Rask, and Shane knows this. I bust his chops about it all the time.
Because the Blackhawks took their cup in 2013.
Yep.
Then we got
they got Rask.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
15.
You know what, Brian, you know what?
I don't remember asking you a thing.
I miss you guys.
And y'all know, and Shane knows this is why Cole put it in on my 50th birthday when I was live on the air. That's one of my favorite lines ever to use.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you go to week 15. You get the AEW boys at
in Duval.
What's the name of that? What was the original name of that joint? The Gator Bowl.
Yes.
It was a Gator Bowl, then it was something else.
It was TIAA Kreft Stadium.
It was before TIAA. It was the Gator Bowl. Then they named it something. They named it something else, and I can't remember the name of it for the life of me.
Hang on, doing the real-time research here.
Real-time research, folks.
Everbank. Well, now it's Everbank Stadium. Then before it was TIAA Kreft Stadium, and before that was the Gator Bowl.
Okay.
No, they had. Oh, was never mind. They get the AEW boys and the Jacksonville Jaguars, which means Travis Hunter will be sitting out at 1 p.m. Because the Jacksonville coaches are going to wear him out.
I
think so too. Travis Hunter is going to struggle. I hate saying that. No, I don't hate saying that.
Well, it's
Travis
growing
Hunter's going to
pains.
struggle.
It's growing pains. You're good.
It is growing pains.
You're good.
Alltel Stadium.
Thank you, thank you,
Playmaker.
Alltel Stadium.
Okay.
Alltel Stadium. That I don't know why that name escaped me. Then you go to the Louisiana Superdome to take on the New Orleans Saints.
The Superdome, brother.
That's what they call it. The Silver Dome in New Orleans.
The Silver Dome, brother.
Silver Dome. Did I say Silverdome?
No, it's
No,
a
it's a Superdome, but we're talking about Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
right. Hulk Hogan is
right,
at WrestleMania 30 with The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin totally messing it up.
It's great to be back out here in the Silverdome.
I'm thinking,
hell yeah.
I'm thinking,
that's dumb.
Did I mess up again? But but then again,
that's a W.
They go to the Superdome in New Orleans.
Anywho, week 16, that's a W.
I don't see anything going on for the Saints this year.
They should flip the last 2 games.
The Saints are probably going to have the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yep, I agree.
Get Arch Manning.
You know what? I have a bold prediction. Do I expect my bold prediction to happen? No, but I'll say it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn Ewers, week 1 in Miami.
Wow.
I'm going there.
All right, week 17.
And I'll say it again with the disclaimer. Do I expect it to happen? No.
No.
I know better. Week 17, the revenge match against the New England Patriots. And I know Shane's going to throw a sound bite at me and a video bite at me, but I think the Jets are going to throw a shutout.
Oh.
Stop it. Get some help.
Perfect. Perfect.
There it is.
Shut up, bitch.
So wait. So you think that Drake May's gonna get shut out?
No, I'm not stupid. I know.
No,
better.
but we gotta pack that house with more green than blue or red. That's good for sure. Hopefully that's the case.
Then week 18, and I know the folks remember this name. I know it's Highmark Stadium now, but to me, when I was growing up, it was Rich Stadium.
Yeah, the first
New York.
Yeah, the Rich Stadium was actually one of the first corporate sponsorships.
Yes,
because it was Rich Foods.
Yep. Rich. That's how I learned about Rich Stadium.
Yep.
And Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and Andre Reed and Bruce Smith, and y'all get the idea.
Yep, we know.
It's the flex week, week 18.
Yeah, this is going to be
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
how bad will it be?
I don't think it will be bad. Well, let's see what the Jets are first of all. Buffalo's going to win that division, of course.
They're going to win that running. They'll seal that by week 14,
but
if not earlier.
But let's see what the Jets are.
Yeah,
because I have a sneaking suspicion they'll probably try to be at least in the wild card bubble. I
think so.
I hope.
I think so. I really hope. The wild card for me for the New York Jets is going to be Justin Fields, and it's for a reason that you said earlier. He hasn't been coached up
and he's never had a running game. He's never had a running game either,
and he's
never had a line.
He's never had a line, and they're building a big, beautiful wall in New York City.
Okay, Ryan Trump.
Okay, Ryan, please.
There's my comb over.
That shredded, that little tuft of shredded wheat on top of the head.
Yeah. No, but yeah, they're building. They have. I think this is one of the best offensive lines they've had in a solid decade.
And I'll put it this: if he does well, if Justin Fields does well, the team that's going to kick themselves in the ass will be the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears.
Yep.
Because they'll see what they could have had.
The Bears. And I say this year the Bears may compete for that number 1 pick.
Yeah. So I think the Jets will be competitive. I think based on the schedule and based on the fact that they've done a great job building an offensive line, because look, they have 4 first round picks on that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and 1 second round pick between Olu Fashanu, who was their pick last year, John Simpson at left guard, Joe Tippmann, who was drafted in the 2nd round in 2023, Elijah Vera Tucker, who was drafted in the 2021 class, and then last year, and then this past year, I can't remember his Armand Membu at right tackle.
Membu, yes.
He's one of those guys who just punches you in the face.
And they're and the key for the Jets, they're a young offensive line.
They're young and they're hungry.
Let's just hope that Justin Fields
offensive line. We got to
not turn into Zach Wilson.
Please don't. You know, more Zach Wilson jokes later. We have a question. Are the New Orleans Saints going to do anything?
Nope.
No. NNO. No.
And then
you
know
you know what they're going to do?
No.
Nothing. You know what they're going to do? Y'all know the words. Nothing.
Wait a minute. The New Orleans Saints actually trying to do something?
English, do you speak it?
Absolutely not. Like Mike
If
Burke.
you think
like
the New
Mark Burke
Orleans
said,
Saints are going to do
absolutely not.
anything this year, then you went here.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
Right.
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Aminos, dominos, vamonos. Stupid university. Where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
And that's the Jets schedule in a nutshell.
Poor Kellen Moore.
Poor Kellen Moore.
He doesn't have Saquon Barkley in his backfield to save
Nope.
to build around.
Oh, he does not. Why? And I hate doing this 2 days early.
Oh no.
Because yes, LeBron. It's always been you. It always will be you.
Wait.
Forever and ever.
Wait.
Amen.
Wait. How is it his fault?
You know why, Victor.
Victor.
Come on.
My friend of 25 years.
Kellen Moore does not have Saquon Barkley. Somehow it comes back to LeBron.
It could have went to it could have been, look, the Jets could have done something even more adversely stupid.
Okay.
They could have mortgaged and risked their entire future
for
DJ Moore.
Oops. No, the Jets are not that dumb.
No, they're not. Thanks for hanging with Playmaker says gotta go showtime. Thanks for hanging with us, Playmaker. We'll come hang with you when we wrap up here.
If the Jets were that dumb, they'd be classified as these people.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
Was that necessary?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
It's always LeBron's fault.
Why?
That's why.
Why?
Even D knows.
I was being quiet.
No, you weren't.
No.
I was being quiet.
No,
Victor.
we can hear those thoughts.
Victor.
No, you don't. No,
Victor.
you don't. I don't have those thoughts.
Bullshit.
I don't have those thoughts because I'm not part
can't
of
look
the
me in the eye and say it with that smile.
Yes, I can.
You cannot.
Yes,
and the only reason you cannot is because you can't see you can't see my 2-foot smile in person.
I
Okay.
can't see. I would like Mike Tomlin to do well, but
I will say I will add this: when Mike Tomlin gets fired, we'll all be doing this.
Oh, praise be when Mike Tomlin actually gets fired.
I love you guys because D had this while
Oh, well, I'll be screaming hallelujah when he's fired.
And of course, it's always LeBron's fault. Somehow
we all know it's LeBron's fault. Who else would it be?
Thanks, Father McGregor.
And you know when
it's O'Shaughnessy.
You know when the Pittsburgh Exodus will happen in a game against the Chicago Bears.
Yep, because the Bears are going to win that game.
You know what?
Yep.
Why don't let's have some fun here.
Uh-oh.
Let's have some fun.
Oh boy.
We got a few minutes. We got a little time left. We did this before, but we didn't do it without McCarthy here, nor his audience.
Which team we doing?
Oh boy.
So we're gonna look at the Bears schedule, folks.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Please hold. Let me bring it up.
Can we just put this schedule as a permanent one of these?
No.
Yes.
By God, that's Austin's music.
Yes.
Okay.
Or 18. Okay. All right, here we go. Week 1. Monday Night Football featuring the Chicago Bears.
What troll?
Wait a minute.
What troll put the Bears on Monday night on week 1?
Who wrote this troll schedule thinking Mike Ditka was their coach?
Where's that soundbite when I need it?
Troll.
Oh, you mean... Wait a minute. He's looking for this. Cole, take it away.
Use a troll.
Troll.
Use a troll.
Troll.
Use a troll. I
Troll.
that use a troll.
It is a total troll game.
Troll.
Total troll game.
So they open on a Monday night against the Minnesota Vikings.
Tie.
Fresh quarterback and JJ McCarthy.
A tie.
That was a good idea.
Each team gets -3 points. And we
You get -3 points to start.
Week 2, they go to the new Silver Dome, aka Ford Field.
They get fed to the Detroit Lions.
and get 58 hung on them.
Hey, you guys ever had ground bear meat?
No,
I think I have
Lions will in week 2.
I'm sure the Lions will.
I have. It's actually pretty
not
good.
bad.
Makes
I've
good
had
chili.
I've had ground venison, but
I
I've never
Ground venison's delicious, but ground bear is actually something special.
Pretty good.
I've
I'll
had
look at that.
ground venison.
If you get it seasoned right, it's pretty damn good.
I've had elk too.
Okay.
Elk sausage is delicious. So is wild boar sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's this frivolity in week 3, which
glass.
There's
Now watch. I'm gonna have to call that game because that's gonna be on local television. I guarantee you that I'm gonna have to call that game. But if I have my way, nope, I ain't touching it.
4:25 p.m. Eastern
it's a 4:25. It's a prime game. It's a 4:25 start, which means I'm gonna have 2 channels in business because Victor's gonna call that game on one channel, and then I have a 49. Wait a minute, I take that back. No, I don't. Because I have an early game.
Yeah, you have a Colts game.
Oh, dear God, 2 early games.
Is it a Colts game or is it a Niners game? Or is it both?
Both.
It's both. That's what I thought.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Then week 4.
Can we go back to week 3 real quick? Remember a couple of years ago when the Raiders and the Vikings had that infamous game where it went scoreless into the fourth quarter?
The
Vikings won 6-3.
Yes.
It'll be 3-0 by win.
I will throw the season away. Do not curse me that way.
Field goal.
I will.
It'll be a walk-off field goal.
Mr. McCarthy, if that happens, I will, in protest, I will summon the ever-living again.
He will. Catch me. You know what? If that happens,
ancient spirits of evil.
If that happens, Victor will ring this phone, and he'll say, "In studio." Now,
right?
But he'll DM me a picture of Uncle Foot. That's what he'll do.
Yep. Right?
Now, if that actually happens, he's gonna go hunting for somebody, and I think I know who.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved?
He gonna get to test Big Boot. That's gonna happen with
Tam.
Oh, Tam.
Move on, please.
Yes, let's move on. Dear God. Week 4. They go to Oakland. I wish.
Oakland?
and play the Raiders.
Yeah, it's Vegas, but we call it Oakland because that's
Look,
where
I
it should
still
be.
6-3 Bears.
Sometimes I still say Los Angeles Raiders. Okay, and in a
Ain't nothing wrong
game
with
in
that.
'88 with the Bears playing the Raiders, it actually ended up 6-3.
You know what? I would rather have the Raiders in Los Angeles than the Chargers.
Same.
Fact.
The Chargers should be in San Diego.
Facts.
It should be in
Facts.
San Diego.
Facts.
Well, I'm putting like this. This game, scoreless tie.
Nah.
9-6 Raiders.
No.
9-6 Raiders.
No.
Not a touchdown to be had.
You know how this game will end?
No, it'll be a touchdown and a failed 2-point conversion. That's
No. Even better. Even better. Each team gets a rouge and it stands up as a tie the whole game.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Okay.
If that ever happens, I'll quit because I know how the rules.
Now the likelihood of that happening.
Week 6.
Yeah, week 5. Get a bye.
Week 5.
Week 5.
They wounds. They lick their wounds with a bye.
The Bears already.
You ain't looking at your wounds.
The bye week. The bye week's
Bears,
already favored by 3.5.
Yep.
Bye week's favored by 3.5 touchdowns.
And it's over. I'm calling it over.
Week 6.
Week
they
6.
face the Washington Redskins.
They
73 to nothing.
73. They relived the nightmare of what happened
in reverse.
Yep. They relived the nightmare of what happened last year. And Jane Daniels throws another Hail Mary that gets bopped up in the air and caught for a touchdown.
No,
McCarthy's thinking this in his head right about now.
There's
Week
people
7.
in there.
Exactly. In there. Yes. Week 7, they go to Nowland. No, check that.
I love that.
New Orleans comes to Chicago.
Yes, New Orleans goes
3-0.
And it's a walk, and the offense don't do nothing. The offense is
3-0.
It's 3-0.
Each quarter, listen, the offenses do nothing. Each quarterback gets sacked 10 times, and the Saints walk off as time expires with a field goal.
No, they tie -7. -7 apiece.
Then there's week 8. We'll move on. Then there's week 9.
192-3.
Week 10.
Derrick Henry gets 500.
Week 9, move on.
Week 9, Bengals. We'll move on. Week 10, Jackson Dart and the Giants. And the Giants get 1,000 yards of offense in 3 quarters.
Ooh, Jackson Dart's going to have a field day.
I can see that. With Cam Scatterbo in the backfield? Come on.
Yep.
They're going to get 1,000 yards. And the Giants are going to be sneaky good.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants could be sneaky good.
The Giants could indeed be sneaky good.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on who's quarterback. Will it be Jameis Winston? Will it be Russell Wilson?
Jackson Dart.
It's Dart.
It's Dart. Jackson Dart.
Yeah, probably.
Jackson Dart. Look, they signed Mr. Unlimited because they think he can add value to the team. He'll be cut by week 5. And then there's Crab Legs Winston. He's going to find Crab Legs. He's going to slip the football's going to slip through his hands, and they're going to tell him, hit the road, Jacket. Don't you come back no more.
Crab Legs is going to throw 10 touchdowns and 10 interceptions by week 5.
There's a reason why you don't eat seafood from from Hudson River.
Yep. And Jameis Winston is going to prove that.
Anyway, week
then
11.
You get to week 11. You go to the new Metrodome, aka US Bank Stadium, and where's the sound I'm looking for? Paul Allen gets to scream his head off for an entire broadcast because you got to see the Minnesota Vikings. In fact, Victor's going to get. If Victor's not already tired of this sound because of me playing it, he's going to get tired of this every 3 seconds.
I don't have to worry about it now.
Sorry, that was me. I had some gas. Sorry.
I don't have to worry about
you don't have to pull it before coming on the air.
I forgot to put myself on mute.
You have Mike Tomlin's swan song.
This is
my Lord,
because they're gonna get absolutely creamed.
The
Bears will win.
The Bears are going to. You know that left hook of Mike Tyson?
Yep.
That'll be delivered in the first quarter.
And
they
the
won't get up.
Steelers will be mathematically eliminated.
I have a wild.
Mike Tomlin will be mathematically fired.
I have a wild prediction about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
You know how you have those really wild games the Bears always have with
Yes.
really windy.
Yes.
This will be one of those games.
Oh.
49 against the 49ers 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I actually watched that
Against
game.
49
That
against
ball was
49ers
shoved.
2005.
And against the Giants. And against the Giants too.
The next year.
Yep. 2006.
The following year, when I was out of town, mind you. I was out of town when that game happened. I was coming back from Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We move on.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Dear Lord.
Oh, no.
Week 13.
Oh, no.
On
Black Friday.
Barkley gets 600.
On Black Friday.
On Black Friday.
On
Black Friday, indeed.
We are going to hear this in favor of Philadelphia by the end of the first quarter.
You're going to hear that. You know what?
Saquon Barkley
in the honor
8
of the Super Bowl champions,
Saquon Barkley gets 800 yards.
On the way to another 2,000-yard season, mind you.
Right? 800 of those yards come against the Bears.
and Deb will pick that game with us.
Oh, yes. Yes, you will.
Mm-hmm.
I am definitely going to have to stock up on notebooks later this week.
You're going to eat a lot of turkey to go sleep through that game.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need turkey to fall asleep
as
that game.
God
That
is
game
my
will be
witness. It'll be one of those. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly, and as God is my witness, I thought the Bears were a football team. Yeah.
Who told this lie?
Then, thank you. Then week 14, they gets no love from Jordan as they face the Packers. Then you got
during Toyota-thon, mind you.
During
that's the best version of that's the best version of Jordan Love comes out during Toyota-thon season.
Toyota-thon. And then you get week 15. Can I have the anarchy, please? Somebody break the glass.
Oh, hang on a second. Yep, I got you.
PJ Walker starts at quarterback.
PJ
Walker starts at quarterback. Neither team scores, and we put it in the book as a tie. Then week 16
on a flex schedule.
Week 16, they gets no love again
from Toyota-thon Jordan Love.
And then
oh no.
Week 17
on Sunday night.
Sunday night football in Santa Clara.
Sunday night slaughter.
I'm going to definitely strap on the headset for that game.
You know what Chicago is going to be saying throughout this entire game, don't you?
Stop it. Get some help.
I thought they're going to pull BGS's out.
They're going to need his help.
Thank you, Victor, for that. Because the Bears are looking at this schedule going,
now that's some bullshit.
All the way through the season.
Yep.
And then we ain't got to worry about week 18 because they're not going to play for anything. So you can make that a noon game.
Lions B team beats the Bears A team.
Their third stringers.
87-0.
Their third stringers come out and just They might pull out their mascots and make them run routes.
Couple more schedules. Let's start with my beauties, Indianapolis Colts, and I'm predicting them to win the AFC South title.
Could happen.
I could see that.
Depending on who's quarterback.
Oh, Danny Jones.
Is Daniel Jones.
Indiana Jones.
It's going to be Indiana Jones. And
I actually asked a friend of mine who's a big Colts fan. I said, hey, what do you think about Daniel Jones as your quarterback? He just gives me a look like this.
Well,
I heard the reaction from Dr. K.
Listen, as Justin Fields didn't have someone to coach him properly, neither did Daniel Jones.
We'll see.
True.
Neither did Daniel Jones. So now I believe Daniel Jones is in an offense that will benefit him because he has a few more weapons.
Yeah.
Including Alec Pierce, Mr. Fourth Quarter himself.
I still think JT's gonna be their X factor. JT's gotta be their X factor.
He's gotta be healthy.
Jonathan Taylor gets 2,000 this year. Week 1. Pizzle's going to be in New Orleans, or I drag him into the booth with me.
Right.
Host Miami, beat them 51-13. Week 2. Host the Denver Broncos. 38-35. Colts.
Okay.
Week 3. They go to Tennessee. And they sack Cam Ward 15 times.
Rip.
And hang 85 points on them.
Are y'all trying to get Cam Ward killed already? Lord have mercy.
Week 4, we got to fight.
Oh, yeah, the Rams.
Yep. We got to fight. Because the Rams are no joke.
Round 1. Fight!
Fight! Week 5, we host the Raiders. And we pay their asses back for 2021.
Dog walk them back to Oakland, please.
Week 6, speaking of dog walk, Week 6, Call of Booty Murray.
He's going to be too busy playing Warzone.
Week 7, we go to San Diego. I know it's in Los Angeles, but we go to San Diego. Where do I see this game? 49-46 Colts on a walk-off. There'll be 1,000 yards in that game. Week 7, that's week 7. Okay. 5, 6. Okay. Week 8, we host Tennessee, and we hang another 100 on them. Then there's week 9. If Aaron Rodgers is the Steelers quarterback,
McCarthy has walked off.
No, I just had to blow my nose.
Oh.
If
allergy season in New York.
Gotcha.
And Pizzle, I'm kidding about that 51-13 score, okay? I'm a homer, but I ain't stupid. Miami always spooks the Colts. I always spook the Colts.
We're gonna end up turning that I might be a homer, but I ain't stupid into a damn shirt.
Already.
I'm already on it. I'm already on it.
Already in motion.
What?
Week 9.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm going to have to rebuild this studio because I may have Dr. K join me for this.
Dr. K is going to join you for that game.
I'm going to have Dr. K join me for this game.
When
the Swan Song Tour begins, because we are going to drill the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 10, I have an early wake-up call because I know Jody ain't getting out of bed for this one.
Not for 2 Chainz Cousins.
I know Jody ain't getting out of. Jody is not getting out of bed for this one. Atlanta, we drill them in Olympic Stadium. We go home and rest in week 11, and then we got to see Patrick Mahomes. Ain't that a bitch? In Kansas City.
When it comes to that game,
you're fired. Yeah. Because I know no matter what I say or do, and how I handle this, even though I'm calling the game fairly, my wife is going to walk behind me, see a play, give me a shoulder rub, and said, you got to call the game right.
And then there's going to be a few of these as well.
You fool! Yep.
Yeah.
Week 13, we get revenge on the Texans, but barely. Because the last 2 years, they beat us at home. Week 14, Travis Hunter, you fired.
Oh.
And take Mrs. Ed with you. Take Mrs. Ed with you.
Week 15.
Yeah.
We go beat up Sam Darnold in the Pacific Northwest.
And take down the Seahawks.
And then there's week 16.
Snowman's in trouble.
Oh, my Lord.
Snowman's in trouble.
Jody will have to join me that night. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I hate to tell you something, but either way you look at it when it comes to this game,
You're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
I am. Colts and 49ers with Jody by my side calling that game.
Mm-hmm.
Gulp.
And that's a primetime game.
It's a Monday night special.
And I believe you were looking for this.
Uh-huh. Week 17, we go beat up the boys. No, they come to us and we beat them down. And I will call it right now. Week 18 will be for the AFC South title.
Kick them out.
Week 18 against the Texans in Houston, just like 2 years ago, will be for the AFC South title.
All right.
And we get these guys, my guys. We lead off by going to Seattle. I'm sorry, Seattle.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Week 2, we go to Nolans. I'm not sorry there either.
Nope.
Arizona, Jacksonville. Then week 5 on a Thursday night,
the Rams. The Ramley.
We got to fight.
That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a 13-10 kind of game. Week 6, we blow out Tampa Bay, blow out Atlanta in week 7. Then we got another fight in Texas with Houston.
Yeah.
Then in week 9, we go Barry Jackson Dart. We have another fight with the Rams in week 10, and I might drag Playmaker in with me on that one. Then we beat up the Cardinals in Arizona, beat up the Panthers at home, and then we got to go to Cleveland. We'll beat them up. We get a bye in week 14. Nick Bosa sets a record with 18 sacks against Cam Ward in week 15. Y'all know about week 16.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know about week 17.
Mm-hmm.
And then the flex week where we clinch the West against Seattle.
Sounds about right.
We will clinch the West against Seattle, but this time we'll do it at home, unlike in 2019 where we had to do it on the road.
Right.
Thanks to Dre Greenlaw.
Mm-hmm.
Those are our predictions, folks. And we're out of time. Mr. McCarthy, we love you. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it so, so very much. And thanks for the fun. Thanks for the fun.
Mr. McCarthy, I will see you for that game between the Jets and the Cowboys.
Like I said, I'm going to have 2 channels in operation for that day. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you.
Thanks, fellas.